Yes. And here's why. Because you're looking at who is in the room, but we need to look at what they were trained in. Being a minority does not make someone immune to bias. No individual is immune to implicit bias. We all carry it. And I want to be very clear about here. A provider being Black, Asian, or a person of color does not automatically mean the care is bias-free. Because bias is not just about identity. It's about exposure. What you were surrounded with, what you were trained in, what you've been conditioned to see as normal. This is where internalized racism lives. That's how someone can look like you and still carry the same assumptions the system was built upon. And this comment here, I hear it a lot. If the provider is also a person of color, then the care must be equal. But that assumes that the system itself is neutral, and it's not. Providers may not be explicitly racist, but operate within a biased and racist system. And this starts with training. Medical education continues to reflect racial bias. From the beginning, providers are learning from materials that were not built for everyone. Under 5% of medical images include darker skin tones. So if you're trained to recognize systems on white skin, what happens when your patient isn't? Medical students learn bias concepts early that affect diagnosis and treatment. This isn't random, it's taught. And then it shows up in care. Physicians are more likely to provide pain treatment to white patients than Black patients. Not always intentional, but still happening. Most physicians show implicit bias favoring white patients, even when they believe they're being fair. And then we have this comment. You're focusing on the provider, but the outcomes are coming from the system. As a doula, I've seen this. Same hospital, same staff, different response. One patient is heard immediately. Another one has to prove she's in pain. And if you've never seen that, that just means it hasn't happened to you. Not that it doesn't exist. And I'm thankful that you haven't had that experience. You can change the faces in the room and still have the same outcomes if you don't change what they were taught. That's how bias works. And that's how a system can look diverse and still not feel safe for everyone.